Okay, you guys, so I took the liberty to do my eyebrows off of camera just because I feel like they take forever and literally half of this video could be my eyebrows. If you do want an in-depth tutorial on my eyebrows though, let me know in the comments down below and I would gladly go ahead and do that video. Since we are working with glitter and it is a heavier kind of smoky look that we're going for, I'm gonna start with the eyes first. And to make sure that I get a nice crisp line and so that everything kind of stays all in one place, I'm gonna use these Line and Define eye tape strips from e.l.f. Love these guys for a sharp definition. They're safe to put around the eye area and they're easy and gentle to peel off. And I realized that you can save a lot more product and save your coin by ripping them in half. And what I like to do is just align it against the kind of bottom edge of my eye and flick it towards the brow. Next, we want to go ahead and prime the lids. And the primer I'm going to use is the Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. I like to warm up the product between my fingers. So then that way it just glides on your eyes and you don't have to work it too much on the actual lid. And also bring it around because you want to give some tender loving care to that area as well. Also, since we are putting product there, you want to prime it. Okay, so I have recently been trying a new technique of applying shadows. Whereas before I used to set the shadow, then I would go from lightest to darkest. Now I actually prefer going from darker to lighter shadows just because I feel like you have more playtime to blend the darker shadows. So we're gonna try that today and we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna use the Jaclyn Hill palette. You don't wanna use a brush that's super fluffy and flimsy and will flick everything all over your eyes. We want to start in smaller sections with more precise brushes. So I'm just going to take this precise shadow brush and dip it into this color. And with your brush, just pat that into place. You don't want to swish or blend the product out too much. Just pat it on. The best part about not setting your primer before applying your shadows is you can really get this intense pigment that you probably wouldn't get otherwise because it's clinging onto that primer. And don't bring the black out too much just yet. And this guy is just mainly staying on the outer V. This placement almost is going to give you a cat eye effect. It's pretty unblended, but that is why we have blending colors. So that is why I'm going to add this warm chocolate brown from the Jaclyn Hill palette. I feel like it's going to add a little bit of warmth back into our look and it's going to help blend everything further out into the eye. As for the brush, I'm going to take this Luxe mini tapered brush. Anything that's small with this kind of precise tip, but also the longer bristles for blending will be great. So what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to place it around the black shadow and into the crease a little bit more so we can start building that depth and almost contouring the eye. Right, I'm going to flick it out so that we can really create that feline effect. And just lightly putting it into the crease. I'm going to be dragging it just below the lash line as well. Although it looks like a little bit of a hot mess right now. But I promise you that it's not going to look like just follow me through, okay? Just don't stop watching the video and be like, what the heck? What am I watching? I promise we're getting somewhere. Or maybe we're not. Okay. Alright, I think I've placed, wait, hold on, I'm gonna do a little bit more. A great tip when you're working with darker colors like this is to always have a mirror that's close to you and also a mirror that's further from you. You don't want to have one eye that's darker than the other. So having that far away look at yourself is going to help you so much in the long run. But I'm going to use this brush to blend out the edges and really just blend it out because as you can see it's a little unblended, it's looking a little crazy. So just in small circular motions, go ahead and blend that out as much as you can. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with how blended this is so far, but I want to add warmth and I want to keep blending the shadow because you can never be done with blending shadow. We all know that. So I'm going to take this brick red orangey color from the Jaclyn Hill palette with that same brush that we used for the brown shadow. I really want to build that warmth into the inner part of the eye, which is why I'm going to drag it all the way in. And this color is going to go on the lower lash line as well. So I'm really just gonna go ahead and pack that on. And taking the other brush, I'm just gonna lightly blend that edge out as well. Since we did lose a little bit of the black along the way, I'm gonna go in with the same brush in the same black shade and just pat it right on top. Now just taking this vanilla champagne shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette, I'm gonna use my ring finger and just pack it on to the inner part of my lid space. So for the wing, I don't want to just leave it at a black liner because that's kind of boring. I want to try doing a shimmery red cranberry wing. And to do that, I'm actually going to use this chrome paint pot from Tarte in the shade Fire Dancer with an angled brush. Okay, so as you can see, it's cute, you know, it's there, but it's not really showing up as an eyeliner. So I think what we should do is probably wet it with a setting spray. I'm going to use the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix to just get the product going. So just take a little bit of glitter glue and with the same angled brush, just go ahead and glide that on top of your chrome liner. Because I'm so extra, I'm gonna use a red glitter on top of the glitter glue. So go ahead and put that on while your glue is still tacky. I think we're ready to peel these off. Ooh, look at that sharp line. I know we got a little bit of fallout here, but it's okay. We'll clean it up. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and clean off all the fallout. So now since we're applying lashes, I wanna line my top lash line with a black liner, and the bottom lash line I'm gonna line with a kind of terracotta orangey color because I feel like it's gonna really bring back the warmth of this orangey color that we have here for transition. By the way, the black liner is called Smoke from Urban Decay, and it is the 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil. The orangey one that I'm putting on the lower lash line is called Torch. I'm also going to run it through the outside of the base of the lashes just to start building that orangey color. And with my ring finger, I'm just going to go ahead and blend it out before it sets. I'm going to apply a quick coat of Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, and I'm also going to pop on these Luxe Silk Lashes from Eylure, which I love. Usually I'm not one to put lashes on, but I mean, if it's going to be a dramatic look like this, I feel like you have to go all the way. You know, you can't just go 75 and not do the lashes. You have to go 100 and do the lashes, although I'm for a natural glam. Those of you who know me know that I'm super natural. Not supernatural, just really natural all the time. So lashes are a rare occasion for me. When I do, I feel like I can do anything. Like, I feel like I can take on the world and no one can tell me nothing. So for primer, I'm going to mix the Step 1 smoothing primer from Makeup Forever for wherever I have like texture, which is usually like in the T-zone area. And for the rest of the face, I'm going to apply the Cover FX Illuminating Primer. I've recently been using this one a lot more, and I just feel like I get more compliments on my skin. Wherever I feel like I want to glow a little bit more, just kind of have that lit from within look, I use the Illuminating Primer. So love this stuff. So for foundation, I want to go a little bit more matte. So I'm going to use the Matte Velvet Skin from Makeup Forever. It is matte, but it gives you like a velvet-like finish on the skin. Now, they don't recommend pairing this foundation with a mattifying, even their own mattifying primer, because it is so dry. Now we're gonna go ahead and contour and highlight. So I'm gonna use the Tarte Shape Tape in light neutral. For highlighting underneath the eyes, I'm going to just kind of create a triangle of light underneath. I'm gonna strip a little bit of the concealer on the center and down the bridge of the nose. Hey you guys, it's Maria from the future here. I'm just coming on here real quick to let you guys know that after I blended out this contour, I took a quick break. When I came back, I forgot to turn my backlight on. So the lighting is going to be a little bit different for the rest of this video. It's going to be mixed as well. Just want to let you guys know. And yeah, let's get right back into the tutorial. When it comes to blending out the contour, I like to just pat the brush onto the face rather than drag, because that's going to take off the foundation that you have underneath. I do like to add more warmth with powder. I'm gonna use the Hoola bronzer from Benefit, which is the perfect bronzing powder for me. This guy has been through a lot. I've had this guy for a long time. To really make everything look perfect and snatched, I'm gonna take the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Micro Powder in the shade number 2. And this is basically a pressed finishing powder. It's so finely milled and super buttery, so setting your under eyes is a dream with this. I also love this step to blend out the lower eyeshadow, so then that way it doesn't look super harsh and it just ties everything together as well. If you have a matte brow bone area, it's also nice to run it along this part over here just to finish blending it. With this step, I'm basically going to combine bronzing, blush, and highlight all in one, and I'm going to use the Peach Party from Soap & Glory, which is a juicy multicolor blush brick as it states on the front of the product. And I'm going to use a fan brush to pack on the product. With more of a light hand, I'm just going to brush it on the cheekbones. That way we get a little bit of highlight and blush all in one without overwhelming and just keeping it more bronzy. So I'm gonna use the Smashbox Always On Metallic Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Vino Noir. It's so pretty. It's like a wine color, but it has that metallic finish, which ties perfectly with our glitter liner. So we're almost done. I just have to add a setting spray to help everything melt together, and we should be done. So just fan your face. And this is the finished full fall glam channeling Smokey hot chocolate with cranberry sauce on the side. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to join the Big Apple Beauty family. I would love to have you guys, so press that red subscribe button down below. You don't have to, but I would greatly appreciate it, and I would love to have you stick around. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!